Hmm. We got a lot of stuff, man. We got 628 videos on our YouTube channel. Damn. And we are live on YouTube. And I don't know who's this. This, of course, in the middle of me trying to jump on. Somebody's trying to log on to Zoom. Who is this? All right, we live streaming on YouTube.
I need to put this on my LinkedIn page.
YouTube family.
Live on YouTube.
Welcome
Let's get it together.
Sadior.
Share it on Facebook real quick.
I
hope you subscribe.
Me, Jay, and Simply D.
Huh?
Just me, you, Jay, and Simply D.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm trying to find our. Let me find our live so I can share it on Facebook real quick, and then we can get started. It did say we live, right? I know we live, right? Let me check, make sure we live. Oh, we say yeah, live on YouTube.
Yes.
All right, I wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy here. Let's see. What's up to our YouTube people? We're going to get started. You're watching Open Conversation here on Sadior Radio, the station that's more than. Give us 1 second so we can make sure that all our people are able to check us out on the YouTube channel. Since we're now going on YouTube live, we want to make sure that people know, because the rest of the shows, here we go. Okay, here we go live. Let's share this on Facebook real quick so that way everybody can know that we're on here. Facebook next, because Facebook been messing with us too much, man. They've been really messing with us, so that's why I said, you know what, we're gonna do something different. So we live and clear to make sure know that we're on. See here, Facebook. All right. All right, y'all ready? We live and clear to make sure know that we're on. See? We good. All right, Doc, you ready?
Yep.
And let's get started.
Good evening, people. Welcome to another edition of Sadior Presents an Open Conversation. This is your girl, the Princess of Comedy, Miss Darkchild, and welcome again. And tonight, you are back at it again. You're listening to Sadior Presents an Open Conversation. I got my girl, my side, my left, my right. You know I got my girl, the one and only, Miss. She here. She's there.
What's up, comedy family? What's up, Sadior? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Tell them who you be.
She be frozen right now.
What's up, Sadior family and all the listeners? You got Jay Monet, Just Laugh, coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Ready to get some open conversation and learn a little bit more about this dementia. I'll be forgetting all kinds of stuff.
Okay. That's my girl, Jay Monet, always holding it down with Just Laugh. And then you got my man who always never needs an introduction. He is always holding it down. He's been here from day one. You know he's not the A, the B, the C, but he is the man, the one and only Mr.
Simply D in a place to be. I'm the man, not him. Just plain old Simply D. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Peace.
I love that man. He is just Simply D. Always holding it down, just been. And you know the man, not the 1, not the 2, not the 3, not the 4, but the 5. The man that's behind the board that makes it everything go live. Mr. Mark 5.
Mark 5. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Open Conversation Show. This is a deep show because I'm gonna be a host and a student, because I have no idea about this topic. That's the one thing I like about Open Conversation, that I get to sit back and learn. And real quick, Simply D said the way his intro was, it reminded me of when he used to DJ in Central Force. I thought he was about to bust out. So yeah.
He can always bust out with a rap. And you know, we never gonna forget our brother. He's holding it down. He's got some other obligations to take care of, but you know, not the slow, the man that's always there to hold us down. He has other obligations today. Mr. Fast Lane, definitely never Mr. Slow Lane, always in the fast lane, not in the building, but we shot him out tonight, Mr. Fast Lane. All right, so we're gonna find out. My sister holding it down for Just Laughs. Jay Monet, how was your week?
Yo, it was fantastic. Yesterday, I celebrated my 49th birthday. I just drove 2,800 miles to move to Las Vegas, Nevada. Great things is happening. I am super excited about everything. Wishing everybody the very best and to enjoy life because it's good. It's good.
So how
It's
is
dangerous on the roads, though. It's dangerous on the roads. I don't understand why the darkest parts of the roads, they have no lights. I don't understand what we're paying our taxes for. I don't understand. I don't understand how people driving on the expressway and tractor trailers. Like, nigga, it's the expressway. How are you driving a tractor trailer? That's some West Virginia stuff. I didn't know where I was at. That's what they do in West Virginia. So
don't talk about West Virginia. That's where I was born.
look, tractor trailers on the expressway, for real. Come on now.
So of
Come
all
on
the
now.
places, tell us why Las Vegas, Nevada.
It's just, for me, it's just so much opportunity. I came down a couple of years ago and I love what I seen. So I came down this last year to implement some of the goals that I had. And God just opened the door. He met me at the door and he opened the door. So, I mean, I have 2 shows tonight. I'm in a casino. It's just numerous opportunities. And it was about me believing and trusting in me and taking that leap. And that leap was driving that 2,800 miles.
I was great. I
To
was
get
great.
here
Ask you to
and
repeat. I was great. Ask you how many miles. I want you to say that again. 2,000.
2,800 miles in 4 days. So it was up to Harrisburg, down to West Virginia, through Ohio. The beautiful thing was I was going to go through the Colorado mountains. And with the snow and everything that was coming down, the hotel that I stayed at, the gentleman was like, no, I want you to go south. So I drove at that moment 398 miles to go to Missouri, where the first thing I seen was a white girl with some shorts on. And I'm still driving with a sweater on and the heat. I'm like, what? So the weather was drastically different. So we drove through Illinois, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona, and then got here in Nevada.
So
It's 900 miles of just desert. 900 miles of desert. Do you believe that? Nothing. Like you be looking forward to seeing a city, a state, a town, nothing. Just desert on both sides of you. Yes.
okay. So it's beautiful.
Heck yeah. It's
Okay.
magnificent.
So listen, one thing
Yeah.
and true to understand, I am most grateful that you made it safe and will trust and believe that
Yes.
whoever you call your most high has delivered you to what you feel is your safe place. And I'm glad that you got there and
Yes.
trust and believe from your heart that wherever you plant your seed, whatever you plant, whatever you believe will sprout, will sprout. I'm hoping that you plant your foot in it and grow
Yay,
something. Let it
yay.
be prosperous. Go
That
out there,
foot.
girl, and get him Jay Monet. Get him Jay Monet. Give him what you need,
Yes.
and give him the best of whatever you got. Clear head. Give him that Philly. Give him that Philly.
That's
Don't put
it.
some businesses out there. And
Most beautiful
Nevada, I
thing
heard is
was
good.
to see everything. Like I have such mental pictures. I had a number of people that reached out to me because y'all know I go live in on a minute and post. And I had people reaching out and they was like, I thought you would have posted and stuff. And I'm like, first of all, again, I'm driving 2,800 miles. However, just looking at everything, I have such fantastic memories, and it's something that I'll never see again. I'll never have that. Even if I drive it again, I'll never have those first memories. And it's a beautiful thing to have that. And with us having this show about dementia and Alzheimer's and things like that, we need to live our lives that we have memories because those are precious to us. And when they go, they go. No matter how much somebody try to remind you, you can meet somebody in the street and they be like, you remember John, Joe? You be like, huh? We don't remember. So whatever memories, whatever thoughts, whatever we can do to create those, we need to do them.
And trust me, from experience, that statement that you just said is 120% true, because memories are so important, and we don't appreciate it until we don't. And you best believe I know from some past experience recently that I'm dealing with to date. So other than that, what's been going on with you, Miss Darkchild?
So wait, let me get back. We waiting for CJ So reach out to that boy, CJ So Cool. So once you get out there. So Mr. Fast, Simply D.
Yes.
What's going on with you?
Oh man, nothing. Just dealing with the work week, still dealing with this COVID virus and stupid, excuse my French, dumbass people who don't believe that it's real. It's real, people. So for you still to be showing up places without a damn mask, for you still to be, we gotta have a vaccination card. Yes, you do, dumbass. Yes. You need your vaccination card and proof of ID that it's you to show up at certain places. Get with the damn program and stop being stupid. That's why this thing is still out here and still spreading, because of dumbass people like you. That's what I've been dealing with this week.
Okay, you're frustrated. So what about your book?
I'm in a good place. Hopefully my lawyers tell me certain things like divorce will be final soon. And as soon as that's final, then I can start dropping those little nuggets. So that's what I'm waiting on. And please, God, let this happen soon.
All right. All right, that'll work. Anything else in the works? All right,
that's it.
I had to laugh at that. I had to laugh because I wasn't expecting him to drop it. I wasn't expecting him to drop it like that. But
he happens to deal with Jay Monet. All right, I'm gonna share this story, and Jay Monet happens to be in this story. Jay Monet came to me one night. I was doing a show somewhere. She said, "Hey, Dark, can I ride with you?" Jay will remember this. I said, "Yeah, you can ride with me." You remember that night you asked to ride with me to a comedy show?
I do remember that night.
Me, you, and my manager went all the way out to this place. We went out there to this comedy show, to this place. Me and her rode out there to this comedy show. The DJ was very ignorant to me that night. Every time I went to say my set, he kept pushing this button and making this noise all night. But thought he would never ever see me again. He tried to ruin my set, but he got on my nerves that night. Said he didn't care, he wasn't gonna never see me again. Fast forward to this Saturday night in Glen Mills. I walked in, looked at the guy, saw him and said, "Dad, you look familiar." And I walked out. Came back in, he said, "Miss Darkchild, come here. I gotta say something to you." He said, "The night you did this show, I owe you an apology. I was very unprofessional towards you. I was the DJ that night all the way out in Pottstown. I was pushing the button, making all this noise. I didn't think I was ever going to see you again." He said, "I was told I have not been able to work in my neighborhood because I was totally unprofessional towards you that evening." He said, "And I have not been able to work in my city because how I acted towards you." And he said, "And I didn't think I was going to ever see you again. So I want to tell you, I apologize." He said, and all everybody talked about was you and the other girl, but the other chick, they wanted to think that you was good. Because remember, Nikki Carr was on that show with us.
Yes. Yes.
And it was the other somebody's was on that show. Me and Jay went up there and we did us. And he kept pushing it, bam, bam, making all these noises with this machine. He said he hasn't been able to work in his own area. See how you do, people, and you stay professional and stay your course and let these idiots act like idiots. He said they won't book him in his own town for how acted that night. Saw him in, he came and worked for somebody else. He worked with a clique of DJs, and this DJ happened to put him on that night. He said, but I know that if you knew it was me, you wouldn't have let me come that night. That was in Glen Mills this weekend. So that's why I tell you, keep your professionalism no matter what somebody else do to you.
And the moral of the story is be careful how you treat people because you never know who knows who. So be careful how you treat people. So on that note, I want to introduce Miss Summer Angel. She's on. She's been patiently waiting, jumping on. You better smile because we all see you. I see you looking all serious. You got to give us your smile. Unmute yourself. You muted. Unmute yourself so we can hear you. At the bottom, just touch that mic.
Okay, got it.
How are you, Miss Summer Angel? Welcome to Open Conversation Show with Simply D, Miss Dark Child, Miss J Monet, Mr. Fastlane couldn't make it, and myself, Mark 5. Thank you for being on Open Conversation. And
thank you for having me.
Like I was telling my co-host that I'm a host, but at the same time, I'm going to get educated because I have no idea about our topic. I just know what I hear. And I know you're familiar with it because you have a film, which I want you to give us some information about that also, about your film that you and one of our, I call them our business family members, Zim Production, have, as I've been watching, putting a lot of work in. And basically it looks like it's going to be funny. It's going to look like it's educational. So I'm looking forward because I would definitely be in the building, myself and some of my team. So give us a little bit about you and some of your backstory as far as filming and different things that I know we talked about, but for our viewers that's on YouTube and Facebook and people that's going to listen to the podcast later on and that's listening live now on Sadior Radio, give us a little backstory about yourself.
Well, like you said, my name is Summer Angel. I was born in Jamaica, but I came here when I was around 5, 6, 7. I came to the United States. And when I was young, my father would write for me and put me on stages to perform. So I started off doing music because my dad was a very popular, artist in my country. He actually told a lot of the big timers now in the game how that they were talented, so they followed their dreams, such as like Jigsy King, Tony Curtis. These are people that's Jamaican, so you might not know them. But like I said, once I get to America, I still continued doing my music, writing. I did poems, and poems can make songs. So that's how I learned how to write, by writing my poems. I'm like, oh, I could put this together because this match, as a young kid. Back in the days when we had the tape recorder, what I would do is record myself on a tape, and then you have your voice on the other one, then you record it through the stuff, and I mixed it that way. That was my studio. That was my studio. I made my own stuff, and by one tape to the other. And I've always just had talent to do anything entertainment as far as producing, writing. I make all my posters myself, take all the pictures. When I first started off with music in America, I was still just holding the mic because I remember when I was a little girl, a lot of my father's friends, they're like, oh, that's Donovan's daughter. Let's give her the mic, I was always shy, but once I had the mic, I was like a Michael Jackson. He's very shy, but once he's on stage, that's Michael. You get goosebumps, So that was me. I came to Philly. I was living in New York, and I came to Philly, and I hooked up with, in New York, I was working with Billy Slaughter. There was a big producer in New York. He'll take me to the studio when I was like 12, 13. I did a lot of shows there. I moved back to Philly to stay with my family because, situation and stuff. And I linked up with an Italian that wanted to manage me in my music. We went to the studio, recorded my song, and they headed on the radio rotations. I was even on Power 99 on, I know you guys remember Jati, the reggae ambassador. You remember him? On
Yeah.
Power
Jot.
99? I opened up for Jati's show. It's a song called Me Want Fi Your Jati. Sunday reggae jam me want fi Jati. Nice up the party. Play your bounty and play your beanie. Want fi your Jati. Yeah, that was my thing that opened up for the show. So he had me as a guest. And I went and they played my music. And from that, I started getting a lot of bookings, you know. I opened up for Yolanda Adams, MC Light, Beanie Man, Lady Saw, Bounty Killer, and the list just go. Meek Mills, like Elephant Man, like a lot of big names, you know. I was just doing my thing, and it was just something that I loved, and I was just doing what I wasn't thinking about the money part. You know, when you're young, you just love to do what you're doing. I didn't want to do it to be popular because I was very shy. I just said I'm gonna do music because I love it. This is my thing. My dad put me on stages. This is all I know. I met up with Wildfire Records. A friend of mine's brought me to Wildfire Records company, and he loved what I was doing. He signed me on to be the first lady, the queen of Wildfire Records, to be exact. So I went on as the queen of Wildfire Records. I did an album down at BMR studio downtown France. They have a lot of big hits, even that movie In Her Shoes with Cameron Diaz. They produce a lot of music in there. So they're very professional. So I put out an album. I didn't sleep nights or days doing this album. I was a single parent with twins. I was working in dietary part-time, but I still did my music, you know? It was mornings I'm driving, going to work tired as hell, almost have accidents because I always perform and then I went to work. So to make the long story short, I have an album out called A Slice of Heaven that's about 18 tracks on there. I have a song on there with Trey Songz, Major Mackerel, he's a legend in my country. Gina Thompson, you know Gina Thompson from Bad Boy Records. The things you do makes me, yeah. So I mean, I've been working. I did a lot of work. I traveled around and stuff like that. And music actually broke my heart because I put out so much work. And when I did that song with Gina Thompson, I know you know Rob Milbank from down at the Laugh House. You know the Laugh House down South Street. He the one that actually called me in to go on that track because Shaggy was supposed to be on the track. But you know, Shaggy's so hard to get in touch and I'm here. He said, no, we're gonna France know Summer Angel. She work at the studio. Let's just call her down. And I went with my cameraman. Zim could tell you the story. I went down there and we recorded. I jumped on the track. It was already done. And I did that song with Gina Thompson and it blew the record label minds. And they signed me up for a contract now with all this money for a contract, for an album contract. So, you know, you have to take it to the record label you're with. So Will Milbank, he wrote me a contract. We took it to Wildfire and he said, you know what, Summer? No, I don't believe in this contract. You guys are probably getting more money than what you're telling me. And I was like, but it's all here. It's in fine print. What are you talking about? So I never got signed. And I think that broke my heart because after working so many years, you know, you finally got to a door where got to the place where you want to be. And I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to start doing something else. And that's when I started writing my life story. My first life story was called Living is Hard. And it's about me and my son and stuff like that and how I became Summer Angel and all this stuff. But I put a little comedy with it. I grabbed for Bob Marley's best friend, Cat Marley. He's one of Bob Marley's best friend. God rest his soul, he passed on. But we did the movie. I also I took the idea to the Afro music on Woodland Avenue that they used to shoot movies. They did the first Liberian movie called Imported Bride in Philly. And they wanted all this money. Remember, I was working part-time. I was an early stage. I got twins. I don't have no, you know, I'm like, I can't afford that. So what I did was went out and got a Sony camera. You know, those little home melt Sony camera? And I wrote my script. I gathered all my friends that could help me out to play these characters. And I said, hell with it. I'm going to go to Window Media Maker. Remember the one back in the day? And I filmed my movie with a DAT tape. And I took it, edited myself, and I went down and got the CD burners, burned all my CD, made the flyer myself, went down to that place that they had down at, you know, West Philly High where they sold those DVDs across the street from West Philly. I bought the DVDs, got the DVD maker, made them myself, wrapped them myself, threw them in the back of my car, and I was everywhere selling my movie. And you know, movies back then, bootlegs was making money. So I made crazy money selling my movie. all of a sudden I went to New York, drop them off in New York, drop them off in Miami. I shipped some to England. They were all over till everyone started copying them. And that's what kind of made me popular. But then I was never a YouTuber. I was never a YouTuber. And I said, shoot, my girlfriend's daughter had a YouTube channel. And I said, I'm so stupid. I had a Gmail address. I could have made a YouTube channel, you know? I said, can I have your YouTube channel? Because you're not using it. And she gave it to me, gave me her password. It was called Poker So Bad. And I uploaded Living Is Hard on there. And when I uploaded the movie, we had over 600,000 to 700,000 views on it. Remember, it was a small handheld camera. Knew nothing about acting, nothing about writing, nothing. And it hit those views. And when I uploaded, it went up. Remember, YouTube was going for 15 minutes. You couldn't put nothing up unless it was 15 minutes or 10 minutes. When I pressed upload, I remember I didn't know nothing about YouTube. The daggone movie, the entire movie went up till everyone kept inboxing me. Summer, my movie is 15 minutes. I got to chop it up and put it up piece by piece. How the hell did you get an hour and some change movie on YouTube? I said, I don't know. It just took it, you know? So I made the first Jamaican full movie on YouTube, and it was like, wow, you're making history, not even knowing that you're actually making history. Everything that happened to me was like a coincidence. Like, okay, wow, it happened, you know? So that was me, the first Jamaican uploader of a full Jamaican movie. And after that, MoneyGram picked up the movie because, you know, Cat Marley, friend, was in it. And his part was so funny. He won his rent. He was coming for his rent and put me out. So it was really funny. So MoneyGram picked it up and said, if you want your rent money, don't let him come and get, you know. And my dad called me in New York. He's like, wait a minute. I heard your skit on a MoneyGram commercial. By coincidence again. So a lot of things happen to me by coincidence. So what I'm saying now is I'm actually now Philadelphia's first lady of dancehall music. I haven't done music in a long time because of a broken heart, but I still have that title. I'm not dead yet. And I'm also Queen of Wildfire. And I'm the first woman ever as a Jamaican writer, actress, producer to be airing a movie now at Studio Movie Grill, prime time at 7:00. So that's pretty great.
So let me ask you a question. The movie that you uploaded, is it still available or they took it down? Or
okay, this is what happened. Okay, this is crazy. You know how YouTube got so strict with copyright? That's the thing. They kept flagging it. And I got nervous thinking these singers and artists going to come after me because I had a couple of songs that was already published, you know, in there. I got nervous. I was like, I don't have the money for them to sue me for, you know? So I got nervous. They muted it at one point and then they unmuted for me to see. I think you were supposed to write a letter to say that you're not owner or something. I didn't know much about it. So I just deleted. And then I just pretty much re-uploaded probably a couple months, maybe a year ago. So it's still there. I try to chop it up to take some of the stuff out, but they still flag it because it was so much material. Remember, I was uneducated on how to do stuff. So I just actually put other people's music in there as far as like, you know, on the tracks and stuff. So I just re-uploaded it and stuff.
So do me a favor. Name some of the other things that you've worked on that you've put out there already. Some of the other projects
that I put out, like, well, I'm in a Nollywood soap opera called Family Secret Soap. That's not my project. They paid me for that. I'm also in a movie called Ignorance. Now you can watch that on YouTube. I'm in another movie. It's a gospel movie called In God I Trust. I played a lead there as well. I'm in a production called Somewhere in Baltimore. I played a lead actress there as well. I'm also in another film. I can't say it. I'm sorry. I'm in a movie I've done called My Girl. I had to delete that too because of copyright. I'll probably put it up sooner or later. I did another film by myself. It's a gospel short. That's my first short called The Truth About Tom. I am in another production called Sticky Situation Part 1. We went viral. Me and Zim Production actually worked. That's the first thing we ever worked on, the Sticky Situation. And I wrote the story and everyone talking stuff about, you should do it this way, do it that way. And I said, just leave me alone. Let me do what I'm doing, you know? When we put it up, Sticky Situation got 19,000 views per day. Per day with no money behind it, nobody bagging it. I just press upload and it just worked on its own, and it's all organic views with people just actually liking it, sharing it. We had thousands of write up in the comments and everything. And it's so crazy. My son came home from New York because he was living in New York at one point. I let him hold my computer. He thought that he was logged in his YouTube page. He kept saying, I don't know why my mom's stuff is on my page. And he's deleting the stuff on my page. So he deleted that one. So we just re-upload a new version of it. So we have Sticky Situation Part 1, 2, and 3. It's a full series. I'm doing like a series on it with Zim Production. And now we uploaded it around my birthday. So it's the ending of September. And we have going on 200,000 views now, organic views and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 months ago. And you close to, you up there. 91,000.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
congratulations to that one. Look, so basically you work like Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
You have every damn thing. Look, that's good. So let's fast forward to your project now. Give us some information on what made you talk the 3 to 11. What is it about a little bit?
Well,
Don't give us too much, because real quick, let's see. I have no gray area. We're not gonna give y'all the story. So some of y'all cheap asses that's watching, come out and support. Get your tickets.
I would love,
if you
yeah,
wanna
I
know
need the
the story.
support because I pay a lot for
Look.
that theater. And
Yeah.
actually the movie is going to be aired on Caribbean it's a Caribbean TV network on
No,
Roku.
we don't want them. No, they gotta come out.
No,
and see it. They
no,
ain't gonna be
the
there
premiere
anyway.
itself, not the movie. The
Oh,
premiere is
okay,
going to be on
okay.
Caribbean World TV,
All right.
on
'Cause
Roku TV.
cheap
Yeah.
people will sit at home and wait. We want them to come out and support. So
Yeah.
give us a little bit of information about the 3 to 11.
It's so crazy. I used to work the 3 to 11 shift. I went to school for culinary arts and I worked in dietary first. And when I left out of the job, like the company I was working for laid us off. So when they laid us off, I went and got my CNA license and started working on the floor with the nurses. And I was working the 3 to 11 shift. I don't think a lot of people know that. So while working on the shift, I was on the dementia floor. I knew nothing about it. But, once you're working on the floor, so often they come and teach you about the situation, what you're dealing with. So I was like, oh, my God, I'm sitting there. I'm like, what next to write? I don't like to write about guns and sex. That's not. If it has to be in a movie I'm writing, yes, I'll add it. But a lot of people, when I'm writing a movie, is it about guns or sex or who's killing who? I said, you guys are so ignorant and narrow-minded. Why most Black people want hood movies? I want to write a movie that everyone can relate to, not just killing and sex and drugs. So I said, this is the perfect thing. I worked on that shift. I know about dementia. I even hired girls to work because I had a little agency. I worked in the field and people wanted to take me home as an aide. And I said, I can't do the job, but I can get you someone. And I put my name behind it that these people are great. I opened an agency and I started sending the girls to people's home, And that's how I actually came up with the 3 to 11 idea, because of what I've experienced. And when you're doing a movie, you have to know about the movie you're writing about. You can't just do a movie just to do it. I have a lot of experience in it. So therefore I said, this is the perfect movie to write. And I didn't want it to be because a lot of times with dementia, it hurts you because a lot of family watch their loved ones go through this in their life. And it's not a pretty scene, So I try to make it more of a dark comedy so it can enlighten people, but at the same time, they can smile. And it's not that serious because people do get sick. Just like you get cancer or you get AIDS or any other thing. It's just a sickness that once you know how to deal with it, it's more easy on the brain and on the heart to accept.
Wow.
Everybody got anything?
So let me ask you, without giving away the movie, the title is very catchy. Tell me a little bit about what is the 3 to 11 about?
Okay, 3 to 11. Any nurses know that it's a shift.
I know. I know what the 3 to 11 shift is about. That's the shift that nobody really wants to work.
Nobody wants to work it. All right. Even the 7 to 3 can be tough.
7 to 3 can be
because you got to get them up.
Too.
Yeah.
11 to 7.
11 to 7 too, because they walk at night and bother you. But
Right.
well, I'm sorry. Repeat what you just said because we got carried away. I totally forgot.
So without giving it away, kind of what is the 3 to 11 about? Because I'm visualizing as an employee.
Okay, tell me
I'm
something.
a supervisor
Okay.
and I supervise all my shifts.
Okay.
My 3 to 11 just went in.
Ooh.
So
Okay, tell me what you think 3 to 11 is about.
everything that nobody wants to do. It's the shift that you cooking, you eating, they going to bed, they taking the meds, all the crappy stuff, because all the fun stuff happens during the day.
Mm-hmm.
They get to go
Okay.
out.
3 to 11, you know what? When you work the 3 to 11 shift, though, you know, from 3 o'clock to about 8 or 7:30, that's the toughest part. Because after that, now they're in bed a little bit and you can actually take a break to do your notes and stuff like that. So really, on the 3 to 11 shift, if you have a good shift, you're only working probably, say, around 3:30, because, you know, you're preparing them for the dinner and stuff, up until like 8, because you give them their shower. Probably you have 10 residents and so forth. Some of them do they self and so forth. But it's an easy shift if you have good patience. If you don't have the good patience, it can be downhill from the minute you step in that place. I'm telling you that. So 3 to 11, this one is not in the home. It's not in a home, a home care. I'm so sorry. It's not in a nursing home. This particular story is in the home. You're taking care of a guy. Right. You're taking care of a one-on-one patient. He just has slight dementia, but, you know, throughout the time, he started declining more. So this one is about 3 to 11, about what the scamming that goes on with the people that probably their POA, maybe their lawyer, and so forth. I can't give you too much, but the guy, he is a heavy load to deal with. He was a nice person, but I really can't talk much about it. It runs an hour and about 35 minutes long. So it's very entertaining and it's serious at the same time, but I didn't make it like a tearful seriousness. It's something you can laugh about, but you just know the situation and know, dad, that's really happening to those girls, you know? And damn, I feel so bad for the old man. So you're sorry for the person taking care of the person and also the person being taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something real quick, because I see we have some people on. I don't know if you can see them.
They're probably the cast members, maybe.
Do you want to introduce them and say hi, or
I don't even know how to. Yeah, you should add them. I'm illiterate.
What's that, Dallas?
Yeah, log her in. Yeah.
So y'all can bring yourselves on. Come on, it's an open conversation. Y'all can unmute yourselves. we not the regular show that you got to be all uppity.
Dallas was just added to the movie. We just added Dallas in the movie too, because she's in a scene when we were trying to find the agencies to come in. You know, you have to find a perfect agency to come in. So she was one of the agencies that we interviewed and so forth. Yeah.
Okay, then we got.
So how many cast members do you have?
My cast members is over 18 people.
Okay.
Over 18, yeah.
So and you said this is located, it's in a in-home setting, correct?
Yeah, I actually film. I can't say that word. I'm so sorry. I filmed the movie in my basement. The entire movie is filmed in the basement. And you know, you go on location 1 and 2 locations outside the house and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah. Are they online or not?
Yeah, they're on. Some of them not on video.
Hey, baby, I can't see you.
Let me myself. I don't go to
African American.
I'm sorry.
The consumer African American male.
As far as the people that want to see that you geared the film to.
Everybody. It's
everybody.
Everybody. This is something that people dealing with. And a lot of times you see people on the streets and they like, oh, they're mad people. They're not mad. These are people that's probably wondering and don't know where to go, have no family members to take care of them. These are really not mad people.
So where did you get your education behind dementia?
I got it from remember, I worked in the home field, the home care field. So therefore, every so often, every 6 months, you get educated about who you're working with. Like on dementia, remember, you have to take that Reliant test and the silver chair test every month. You know that. So
Mhm.
every month we get educated on it, to be exact. Hey, Jaway.
Go on.
Oh, Jaway played one of the home care agency too that came in.
How are you?
Okay.
I'm good.
So somebody has, so naturally, you're just naturally inclined with the comedic side of the humor, or was there someone who kind of guided you through that part?
No, I was so tired of making serious. I make a lot of serious movies. And this one I said, you know what? It's very serious, but I could flip it around a little bit. And I said, let me try a little dark comedy. Because the thing is, when you're a filmmaker, you have to try different things. And I want to see what's best fit me as a writer. So I'm just trying different ventures. Like I've made gospel movies already. I've made movies about rape, movies about drugs, about sex, and about bisexual, lesbians, everything, gays. So therefore, this movie is just a different setting for me to just write something different to see how my audience relate to that type of writing. And I think honestly, I watched it with Sim Production last night, and I was really
Yo.
happy. I was really happy.
That's what I was going to ask you. How do you feel? How do you feel about it? Far as this, you just answered the question. Basically, I was going to ask you that when you was done. How do you feel about far as the final project?
Actually, I have one more scene. I need a good actor though to play it. This actor, I need this person to educate me in the movie on what dementia is, because I'm going to be working with this client and I have no clue on what this is. So I'm looking for someone to actually play that role to teach me. It's already written, but just them to really. I can't just hire any and anyone. They have to definitely know what they're saying, and be serious about it. So if you know anyone that probably need a role, anyone over the age of 30, that would be great. Yeah.
So put the information out there since we live. That way they can contact you if they watch this or they listening on the radio. Let them know how to
There's
contact
someone in
you.
mind actually from New Jersey. He's a famous producer. He wants to do it, but he lives in Jersey, and with time is as of essence right now to us. Like we have to film like tomorrow. So I need the first person that could say I'm available and I can get the script in a day or so to start shooting it, because we have to air. We have to go to movie studio grill to actually watch it a week prior to the event. So
Oh,
it has to be done like yesterday, actually. But if anyone wants to reach out, my number is 610-726-4376. That's my business phone. You can call me anytime because I'm available.
okay. And how everybody, as far as the actors that's on right now, give us some feedback. How you feel? Like, what was the experience, in your role?
Hi, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hey, pretty.
All right. Hi. You making me blush. But hi guys, I'm Dorinda Hampton. I play Amy. I kind of had like what kind of personality I had? Kind of like
You're like
not
a
ghetto, but
ghetto. You're like a ghetto. Ghetto person. She's the ghetto CNA.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm on live, baby. My
It was
God, you just
actually a
know
really
I'm on live.
it was actually a really good experience. It was my first movie and I loved it. It was great working with Summer and the rest of the cast. It was not a hard thing. I think I'm actually addicted to it now. So yeah, it was
The
great.
only one that's cuckoo for Cocoa
Wow,
Puffs.
Right.
So let me ask you, being on the set 3 to 11, did you get as you're acting and stuff, was you educated about certain things when it came to the film?
Well, far as dementia or the actual, yeah, dementia,
Yes.
I'm kind of like familiar with it. A very close. I would say she was like a second mom to me. She was actually Jamaican. I've known her since I was 14, so I got to see her like a really good time of her life. But as she got older, my mother actually went and wound up taking care of her. She had slight dementia where she couldn't remember everything, and then her mood would change. So I'm really familiar with it. Yeah, it's very tough. It's tough to watch
and
somebody you care for go through things and these different changes and sudden
Right.
changes. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's a good film that everybody can relate to. And if it didn't happen firsthand to you or to someone you know, it will help educate you on it would definitely help educate you in this way you can kind of relate to it when you run across or hear it. It kind of like prepare you for anything that happened for real. It's a really good movie.
Cool. Who else we have on? Who else we have on one jump on real quick?
Hey, I'm this Joey. Yeah, you not hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear
we
you.
can.
Good.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, I'm Joey. Played one of the like a business owner, you know what I mean, that owns a healthcare business. But it was more like a funny part for me, you know what I mean. Um, Taking a closer look on the movie. Well, this one is very different from Summer, you know, because I experienced different roles in some movies, you know. But this one is it, it it's just different in a sense where it's funny and still yet it's a serious issue. You know what I mean? Because these are the things that take place um inside the healthcare. You know what I mean? The whole family thing. You know what I mean? People do different stuff.
But not to
At
cut you,
time, at,
Joey.
huh?
It's not to cut you, but it's so crazy how in our group someone sent me something, an article that a old man was locked in his house after the caregiver took all their money and stuff. I don't know if I sent it to you, but it
No,
just happened. He managed to call
that,
the police and everything. Yeah.
well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Some serious cases take place in healthcare. You know what I mean? And this just gives you a closer look of what's happening. And I mean, even though it's a funny side, I think she just wanted to bring it out in a funny side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, not a hurtful side, but still, yet we got to penetrate on the seriousness of what goes on too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
In the healthcare. But it's a good look. You know what I mean? It's a good look. And I mean, I love everybody to come out. And I mean, it's a movie for everybody. If you're African, you can relate to it. If you Jamaican, if you're from the Caribbean, if you're American, you know what I mean. If you're from Britain, you still can relate to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a good look. February the 5th, and I
But
mean, come
Joey,
out and eh.
Joey, remember when you saw the commercial? You said Summer. How comes I'm not in this one? Remember? And I-
Man, I was wondering what's going on. You know what I mean?
That's
Because when I really watched the little trailer that you had, I was like, you know what? This movie, I gotta see it. I gotta see it, and I got a bone to pick with Summer because this one look like it's gonna be epic. So you know what I mean? Like everybody's gonna enjoy this one, and I wanted even a little, the brief little piece in it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's
yes.
a
right.
good look. Everybody can come out and watch it, enjoy themselves, family, friends, and I mean, it's a nice Sunday matinee
And it's so
movie.
crazy too
Yesterday.
how it's crazy how Joey got his part because I was on set and I said to Zim, you know what? We need at least 3 people to play a home care coming in. And I dialed Joey number, I dialed another guy called Andre, and I dialed Dallas number, and all of them came in the course of an hour and a half to the house to do that part with no problem. We eat, drink, we had fun, and it was just a beautiful day.
It
Just to
was
Well,
show that when
wonderful.
you're doing something and people just believe in you, what the outcome is. And I
Yes,
appreciate
right.
Joey, I really appreciate you so much for coming in and supporting me. I needed you.
as Summer, I'm telling you, you know what I mean. You putting me out there too, you know what I mean, because I'm out there in the Jamaican community too, so you know what I mean. I really appreciate, you know what I mean. It's just a joy for me, you know what I mean, and I appreciate being on the set with you, you know what I mean. It's a good look, Summer, you know what I mean.
So let's
Mhm.
so you brought up Dallas, and Dallas, I see you on. Can you unmute yourself so we can get some feedback from you? I know they there. So while we waiting, Summer, can you get information of where the premiere is going to be at? And how they
It's
get
just,
tickets?
it's good. Well, we have tickets on Eventbrite right now. They're for sale on Eventbrite. And if you want to get tickets as well, you can also do Zelle, Cash App, PayPal, anything. Just like I said, my number is 610-726-4376. That's 610-726-4376. You can call me anytime. I'm open anytime you want to talk or sending me your money. It's like, but it's gonna be at the Upper Darby Studio Movie Grill. Everyone should know that spot. It's right where the 69th Street sign is, like literally one block up, or right on the top of the hill across from the that the pretzel place there. What is it called? Yeah, yeah.
Now what
So,
day? What day is
yes.
this?
This is February 5th, prime time at 7 p.m. And it has to be at
February
7
5th,
p.m.
and what time?
7 p.m. sharp. And we're gonna have a DJ. We're having a whole. Oh yeah, Keith from the block. He's the one that's gonna host it. I'm sure Philly know who he is and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a wonderful show. And like I said, Caribbean World TV is gonna be showing 30 minutes of the premiere on their network. They have about 1.8 million viewers on Ruka TV. They call me saying they would love to show that. We also got a big write-up in the papers and the Jamaican Observer about it. People could check that out. And I mean, it's really flying, like it's actually just moving on its own. I haven't even left out my house yet. And I keep saying, oh my God, I think I was telling Mark that I need to get out my house to get some people in the theater. But
Right.
it is what it is, you know?
But the one thing I really like about this particular film is that it's touching on a serious topic, but it's making it not so serious, but serious.
Right.
And it's being entertaining from what I'm hearing, you know, from everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And it's good because I think that this is something that people don't talk about too often,
No,
that
no.
need to be talked about. I mean, we
Right.
talk about some, and I'm not knocking anybody in the film business, but after a while, you get tired of hearing the same stories, watching the
Right.
same stuff over and over again. Like you said, drug dealer, kill this person, steal this money. You know, it's like after a while, you know, we need something new, and at the same time, something that's educational. Simply D, you got anything? You still muted. You still muted. You still muted. Yeah, so
Okay, so
you
Mark,
know,
I know you and your whole cast is gonna try to come and support the movement and everything.
of course.
What I was going to ask you is, I used to work the 3 to 11 shift too at Chestnut Hill Hospital.
Get the hell out.
Yes. Did you ever find yourself getting attached to a patient and, you know, becoming a part of their life?
Yes. I actually went home with one of my patients. When they were leaving, the wife said, Summer, I'm going to need your help. And they hired me to come in, and I went in every single day for 1 year, every day without missing. I went 4 hours. Then I left from that job from, I believe, 8 to, no, I went in from 10 to 2. And then I went to my job and I took care of that man. He broke both his knees. And I took care of him. I helped him walk again. And I changed him. I made him shave his head, cut his hair for 1 year. And when I left that job, the wife really wrote me a nice check, you know, and just say thank you. They didn't even want me to leave because when the guy was walking on his own, I keep saying, what am I doing here? I'm not doing anything for him. But the wife was so comfortable with having to see me every morning. She felt safe. And I looked at her and I said, Donna, you don't need me here. I don't want you wasting your money. They was paying me good. Yeah, I said, Donna, what am I doing here? I'm not doing anything. She said, Summer, all right, I know you want to go. I said, I've been here every single day, Donna. You don't need me. If you need me, you call me. But please, don't waste your money. You know?
I had one who actually I took to at the hospital, and she became like a mother figure and wanted me to help her out at the home. Even wanted me to marry her daughter. And it's just it got crazy. Yeah, it got that crazy. Yes.
Yeah, and just like when I left the nursing home and I hear some of the residents that die, it really broke me because even though you know they're really hard to deal with, it's something it's in your heart. You get it. And they said, don't get attached to these residents, Summer. But you cannot. You can't help it. You can't help it.
No,
you can't help it. And it's always one that you know that's your girl or your guy, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
You take extra good care of that one because that's your guy. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a supervisor. I'm a supervisor now, and I have a client now that at the drop of a dime, I don't have a place to put him, but I would take him home, and it's autism. But here's the thing that the mistake that we make, and we don't do him justice. For someone who does not know anything about autism, or they don't know anything about it, is our due diligence to, if we're going to convey the story, we have to convey that story with integrity. We have to convey that story with respect, because I don't care how much training, I don't care how much whatever we take, we still have a duty to convey this story with some type of respect. We think, myself included, that I know everything about my consumer, and that's autism. Sometimes we don't know how we convey. So our due diligence is to, before we put this out, is to go and sit with a licensed psychologist or therapist and say, here's how I'm conveying autism to the common man. Am I conveying this story correctly? Am I portraying, in your case, it would be autism. No, it's
Dementia.
dementia. Am I portraying dementia in an understanding and teachable way to the audience? And if a psychiatrist look at it and say, yeah, you're making the common man understand the progressive stages of autism, and you've captured it correctly. Now, to the common man, they get it. That's your
And that's the
job.
scene. That's the scene that I said I have to get put in there because we already teach the people about. Anyway, you know, sometimes you have the older people that have sundown syndrome. You know about that, right?
Down syndrome.
Sundown syndrome. You know, when it
Yeah.
hits the night, they start acting up. A lot of
Right.
dementia people, when it's sundown syndrome, dementia actually start acting up when it start getting dark, when they get
Right.
more confused, you know?
Right.
So even that, we try to enlighten people on that too, to let them know about sundown syndrome as well.
Right.
So once
Right.
I get this other part film to put, then just drop it in, we're good to go. I think that's all I need is that one scene that I told you is missing.
Right.
And everything should be good.
Real quick, because I see now Dallas is on. She was on. You there, Dallas?
I'm still here.
Okay, I saw you pop on. I wanted to give you an opportunity. I see you logged off, logged back on.
Is she logged on?
Oh,
Pop in and pop out.
I'm on a computer, so I'm just multitasking.
Okay, so give us your feedback real quick about how you feel, what character you playing, you know, what's happening.
It was last minute. I played a interviewee. They interviewed me for my company to help out for summer. That's just about it. I loved it. I mean, it's a good movie. And it's a long time since we ever had anything like this out. I've never seen a movie like this out, you know. It's been a while.
Right.
It's, you know, hats off to Summer.
You know what? Everyone keeps saying that. Why did I come up with the name 3 to 11 and the dementia? Because people don't write about dementia.
Yeah.
And they don't talk about it.
No.
I applaud you. Like I said, this is definitely a great title. Like Simply D was saying, I mean, no, like Dark Child was saying, that the title is catchy. It's definitely a good title. And the promotion and everything that I see that I've been watching on social media is great. You know, I work with Zim, so I already know Zim's passion, and then watching you with your passion and looking at some of your past projects and stuff. I'm excited for you and the cast and the production team. I really am. I hope it make noise the way it should make noise, because a lot of times we have these small projects that's more powerful than these big budget projects.
Big budget, right.
You know, because we're not scared to talk about things that need to be talked about. You know, we it seems like, you know, you don't mind going against the grain, which is a plus.
And the
Touch on that.
craziest thing too, baby, thank you for that. Thank you for that.
No
The
problem.
craziest
No
thing
problem.
is, it's not easy writing, putting yourself in your project, editing your project, and putting it out to people because, you know, people critique. The worst thing a
Yeah.
person could do is sit and critique a person trying something instead of uplifting them, saying, you know, she tried. Let me tell her this to make it a little better. Some, you know what? Do this a little better. Everything else you did is great. Just do this. Instead of saying bad things, they try to put you down instead of uplifting you to do better, you know? Maybe if a scene
Right.
was darker, say something, you know, we should have add a little light right there or something. But with what I do, I don't care what nobody say. I'm a woman
There
that
you
will
go.
get up today and say, listen, I'm shooting, and not call anybody, and whoever show up, I put the person in the part that's best for them, and I shoot, and I don't care. Usually I upload my stuff and it goes viral. So my followers
Right.
really,
You're doing
Make
something
sure you
right.
get your money this time.
You're doing something
With
right.
all these platforms, this time don't go, and make sure you get your money for it. I got your phone number on this number. I wrote it down this time. There's a media company out here giving folks a chance. Make sure you hook up with these media they, you know, these Roku's and these Fire Sticks and all of them. Make
and you know
sure
what's crazy though?
money.
The sad thing is I do everything I'm doing out of the hobby of what I'm doing. It's not like I'm literally working for
Well,
cash.
hobby
I
pay
love to
bills
do it.
too. Hobby pay bills too.
Yeah.
I know that's
And
right.
it's fun. It's fun.
So
It's
you make
fun.
sure you
So
get your hobby because hobbies pay bills too. I'll put you in
Yeah.
contact with somebody to pay the bills. Because guess what? Bills
so
like to get paid too. It's a good
that's right.
concept. And
So
I don't
real
have any
quick,
problem with passing on. I don't work. I work for the media complex, a media company, and they done put a lot of money in a lot of folks' pocket. And I work for the comedy part. It's called Comedy on the Go. And they're looking for good content because of COVID, a lot of what the content we're looking for is going on our phones.
Mm.
We got a little film project that will probably make way more money on this than it will ever go in the masses.
that's
So
true.
get that money.
Miss J. Monet,
Hey,
you breaking up.
first thing I want to say is just great. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, there you go.
All right. Summer, can you hear me?
I can hear you clear.
All right, beautiful. Congratulations on everything you're doing. There's only one word I want you to get rid of in your vocabulary, and that's coincidence. Nothing that you have done has been by coincidence.
Absolutely.
Everything was meant. You have already laid the work and the groundwork, and God is just blessing you for what you have done. So sometimes you can be surprised and excited, but know you paid your dues, and all this is coming back from what you've done. Now, I've done CNA also, and I
Oh,
did
wow.
the 11 to 7 because I was still going to school. I was still going to college, and I had a family. And I tell you what, y'all 311 cells that's supposed to wash them and put them to bed. Some of them didn't do it. And the funny thing was, because I worked at the agency and I would come in as a temp, sometimes they would give us the hardest patients.
Yes, because they
or,
said you're
the
getting
most
paid more than
difficult
them,
patients.
right?
Yes, exactly. So I'm going back literally like 25 years ago when I was doing it. And I had this one patient and she was white and I was trying to undress her. Again, it's 11:15. She should already been in the bed. Only thing I should have to do was roll her over and change her butt. However, I have to fully undress this lady. And as I'm undressing and unbuckling her sweater, she's pinching my hand. She's like pinching me. And I looked at her, I said, pinch me one more time. And then she said, Larry, the niggas is coming to get us. Larry, Larry. Nobody ain't trained me for this summer. I didn't see your movie
Are you
before
coming
this
to the
happened,
premiere?
Summer. I didn't see your movie. I didn't know what to do. And I just gritted my teeth. I said, pinch me one more time and I'm gonna whip you and Larry's ass. And she just looked at me. And I was like, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
I can't be out here threatening these people. I can't be threatening them, but you ain't gonna be pinching me. And that's somewhat when I began to learn the difference between Alzheimer's and dementia, because they were saying like dementia, some of those patients are actually violent because they're really not aware of their situations. So I appreciate you bringing light to this.
I
And
cannot
again,
wait to see you at the premiere. You're going to be
Yeah.
surprised with the stuff that we have him doing in there.
all right, but most
Cannot wait to
importantly,
see
no
you.
more of that word coincidence. This is meant
Okay.
to be because you've already done the work. So
Right.
expect great things.
And the CNA
congratulations.
job.
And to your cast, congratulations. Because from what the one young lady said, Miss Lee, the one that's smiling in that car, she can't stop. She said this was brand new to her. So you're opening the door to other people for them to learn and do different things.
Mhm.
So understand all of that. It's meant to be. So
Right.
continue to shine. And thank you for being on our show. Thank you for opening our eyes.
I
And
feel
thank
like
you
a
for sharing some
family
of the
with you
best of you
guys,
with us.
man.
Hey,
I feel like
yes,
a
that's what we
family. Like we're
are.
the home care family, right?
Great.
And you'll be
So,
surprised that millions of Americans do the job that we do.
Yes.
Millions of us. And
Yes.
we
It's a
don't get
growing
paid.
industry.
You know the sad part? The CNAs don't get paid what they should get paid. They should get paid
No.
the same amount as the nurses, because guess what? They're the ones breaking their back doing these jobs.
They doing more of the labor work.
Thank
I was
you.
making $13.50 25 years ago.
When I left out of
and
CNA,
that's
I was
crazy
making
because they say like that's the money that they make now. And I'm like, how is that even possible?
So what is
When
the
I left
actual
that job,
address? What is the address and the cost?
I'm sorry?
What's the
69th.
address?
It's 53 South 69th Street, and it's $25.
Say it again.
53 South 69th Street in Upper Darby, 19082.
And what's the cost?
It's $25 for regular admission. It's $35 for the VIP, where you get your seat reserved and you sit with the cast members and all that stuff.
And I get a bottle of champagne.
Oh, they told me that I can't have that because, you know, they sell their own stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, with the state law, you can't, because I asked if I could bring the champagne in and stuff like that. They said no. Yeah.
Where the after party?
Also,
Summer, where the after party gonna be at?
I was
What's
thinking
your
of
COVID?
mixing it with, you listen to you. See what that's why you got the ghetto part. You know that, right? But not to
Let me
touch,
get,
but
um,
Rankin party is that night. So I'm going to talk to him and probably just merge it. I'll let you know
Okay.
soon though.
So real quick, I know we went over time and everything. I was trying to wait for Andre, I think, jumped on, but then he jumped off because I was gonna bring him up real quick.
And
before we
Andre,
close.
he went to school to do movies and stuff in LA. He'll be a good, you know.
I was
let
waiting
me
for him to
ask
jump
you
back on.
about let me ask you about with the COVID. I know that when we do indoor places, they require that you have proof of vaccination for any indoor events. How are y'all handling?
At the event, like not to get off the subject, but I did a premiere not last year, year before last in COVID, sticky situation in Chester. We did that. And we had everyone wear their masks, and whoever didn't have masks will have it at the door. So we want the people to wear their masks and so forth. Yeah.
You
And
know,
hopefully,
you know what? I got an idea for you. You should have Simply D. You see how he get about masks. You should have him at the door. Because he went off in the beginning of the show, didn't he? Look.
So
Yeah.
they're not requiring the CDC is not requiring y'all to because they said any indoor event.
That's Delaware County. I think in Philly. In Philadelphia,
Right.
you need one. In Delaware County, no, because I know I went to Chester Casino and they don't require that. So it is Delaware County.
So they're not considering Darby, Philly?
No,
Darby is
that's
not
Delaware
Darby.
County.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why
That's in
everybody
Upper
going
Darby.
outside away
That's
from
Upper
Philly to
Darby.
go out to eat. Yeah, everybody leaving outside Philly to go eat that's not vaccinated.
So now
They're
they're
like,
bringing
yo,
it up
I'll
into
just
the
go
county
outside.
now, right?
Yeah, right. That's why I'm like, look.
But I
so-
went to New York too to visit a friend, and I couldn't have I even went to IHOP and they put us outside to eat because you have to have an ID that you took your vaccine.
Yeah.
It's pretty tight. But honestly, I think this COVID thing is a scam. I don't want to say much, but I think it was a made up thing to make money. But I don't want to get on that subject, really.
Look, Summer, I sure agree with you far as New York. When I was in New York, we went to eat at IHOP, but we cannot because of the vaccination card.
Mhm.
So when I viewed the COVID counts in New York City, I was surprised because everybody is vaccinated mainly. They come out. So the numbers of COVID cases, I was very shocked, honestly.
Mm-hmm. A couple of my friends
So-
just had COVID, and they did pretty good. They have their shots. They recovered pretty well. Yeah.
Well, my kids, I know they just experienced COVID. My kids, my brother, my sister-in-law, and my nephews, 3 of them, over
It's scary.
the New Year's holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but everybody is good. Everybody healthy.
Mhm.
They've been taking, I'm gonna be honest, they've been taking some sea moss, and they vitamin C and they elderberry.
And you
Shout
sell
out to,
CMOS, right? You could give them the
shout out to
information
sea
too.
moss, that's right. For sure,
So-
but yeah.
On that note, I want to thank everybody for jumping on. I know we went over a little bit, but I just wanted to make sure we got all the information. For anybody that missed the show that want to go back and watch it, you can go to YouTube and search Sadior Radio and watch this show, which will be uploaded. And also, if you go to anywhere that you listen to a podcast, it'll also be up there for you to listen to also. Ms. Darkchild, you got anything real quick before we close out?
No, that's it.
That's it, Simply D.
Dark child.
No, that's it. I
No, I'm
appreciate
good.
y'all. I definitely will be at the premiere.
I
You
can't
good?
wait
know
to
what kind
see
of
you.
VIP I'm getting, but I'll be there.
Dog
Miss
child
Jim
will be
on
in the
there?
house.
Definitely be in the building.
Yeah.
You got anything, Jay? Where you at?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Do we have all her
Good.
information like Facebook, Instagram?
Oh, Instagram. My Instagram is actually Summer Angel, but the thing is, I changed it because of the movie. I called it 3 to 11 movie February, so they can't miss it.
No, I
3
mean
to
so
11
we
movie.
can so that we can personally follow you.
Yeah, 3 to 11 movie.
Okay.
February. Mhm.
Wait a
You
minute,
can't
say
miss it. I
again.
think
3 to 11.
3 to 11 movie. Yeah.
Spell it out. 3 and then it's
3 underscore 2 underscore 11 underscore
Wait a minute,
February
3
5th.
underscore
2 like TO underscore 11 underscore movie. You can't miss
And
it. You'll
I'll
see it
end-
pop up though, because the movie poster is right
3
there.
underscore 2 underscore 11 movie.
Right.
Underscore.
And
movie.
what I'll do is I'll
all
post it up.
underscore.
Underscore movie.
Yeah.
Mhm. In
All right, I
February,
want
you'll
y'all to
see it.
stop
You'll see it.
daggone underscores in 2022.
You know why? Because it's easier to read it when it's like that. But yeah, you can't miss it though. I think I have about 110 followers or something, that page, because I have so many.
You have 4,865. You stop with all them underscores. I love her.
So
You're
what I'll
crazy.
do
I
is
can't take it.
I'll make sure I post it up and make sure that everybody get to
Oh, yeah.
follow that.
On
like that.
YouTube, they could check out my stuff on YouTube at Summer Angel Production on YouTube. Or you can look up Summer Angel Movies, Summer Angel Jamaican, whatever you can. It'll pop right up. And subscribe, like, and share.
What you yelling back there, Dark?
No, I'm good.
Good. All right, everybody be safe. Have a great night. Hopefully I see everybody on February 5th, right? 7 p.m.
All right. 7 p.m.
Right
Make
on.
sharp.
sure y'all all follow
Not
me.
black
I'm
people time. We're
DAT,
talking
That
about
Girl Comedy, Facebook and Instagram. Follow me, DAT, That Girl Comedy, Facebook
That Girl
and
Comedy.
Instagram.
All
I
right,
feel
That Girl
threatened with
Comedy.
you having that knife talking about follow me, holding that damn knife up.
Follow me.
me.
That's all right, fine. I'm gonna follow you.
Follow me right
Jay,
now.
he cutting the
Follow
shit, Jay.
me.
Y'all have a good night, man. I appreciate y'all coming on.
All right. Have a good one. Thank you
Good
so
night,
much, guys.
family.
Have a good one.
Later.
Talk to you.